What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. It's Cameron here, and today I'm going to be breaking down one of the most common things I hear from guys in their mid-20s. I work out, I train hard, I eat clean, so why don't I have abs yet? And I have been there. I used to put in work and just didn't see what I wanted back from the mirror. Didn't see the progress I wanted to see. And in this episode, I'm going to unpack what's actually stopping you from getting a six-pack, from getting lean, from developing the body that you actually want. So whether you're trying to work a 9 to 5 and hit the gym after, or trying to juggle fitness and a social life, this one's going to work for you. But first, before we get into that, I'm going to jump into some Q&A questions that I got from some clients and some questions that came up from just conversations in the past week. So first one being, how do I stop water retention? One of my guys messaged me panicking in the morning because he thought his fat loss was stalling. He woke up and the weight hadn't changed and he looked softer, less defined. And he messaged me in a panic saying, how do I stop this? So water retention is a good thing. We do want to be hydrated. We want to be drinking plenty of water. However, we don't want excessive amounts. Now, there's a couple of factors that come into you holding on to water in places that you normally wouldn't store it. Usually, this is poor sleep. You've not slept properly. It could be your sodium levels. You've either had too much or you've had too little. And you've maybe underhydrated, drinking irregularity. You maybe drink quite a lot in the morning, but then don't drink anything for the rest of the day. You maybe have just skipped drinking water that day or any liquids. You maybe just not consistent with getting water in. High stress can definitely play into things as well. So really, it's not due to definition fading or not losing fat. It's not even bloating. It's simply just water. So the biggest things that you can do are make sure that you're sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. You drink 3 to 4 litres of water. If you're over 100 kg or around that, or maybe say 5 litres of water, you are having at least 1 or 2 electrolytes per day. You're also salting your food each meal. Ideally, we want like 2 to 4 grams of salt a day. You're managing your stress. If your stress is up because you've had a bad day, you're probably going to be a wee bit more weight on the scales the following day. And avoid processed foods, because avoiding processed foods will keep your sodium levels down, but will also keep your digestion moving smoothly and moving normally. So like if you're a guy that like worries about water retention, but at the weekends you eat Chinese, you barely sleep, you stay up late, you don't drink any water, you maybe drink like Cokes and stuff like that, then yeah, you are probably gonna have a big boom in water retention. But clean that up, make sure your nutrition is good, make sure you're sleeping, make sure you're drinking, take your electrolytes, and everything will be good. If you can be consistent with that, that is most important. Making sure that you have these things on a regular basis locked in. You're not doing it for one day and then stopping, because then you're just adding variables in that your body has to keep on adapting to. Just keep everything the same. The next one was, do I need to train abs at the end of every workout? Now, this was coming from a question because one of my guys trains 3 times a week, and at the end of each workout, I have put in abs. So the answer to that is no. You actually do not have to train abs every day to see a six-pack, because abs are really made in the kitchen, not in the gym. You won't be able to see your abs if your diet is terrible. However, on that, I also do think that I didn't train abs for years. Didn't train them at all. Now I train them very hard, twice a week, and that's enough for me. Abs Direct ab training is fine. It will definitely make your abs stronger, more blocky, more defined. But if your nutrition isn't dialed in, you just won't see them. So this is why I set macro targets and nutrition goals first inside my coaching program, because that is how you're going to see the definition coming through first, not the actual specific workouts. Once you're lean, you can then really start pushing the ab training, because then you'll be able to see the progression through the abs. And lastly, I've been bulking for 6 months. Should I cut now? This is just a normal conversation with a guy. And the answer is probably. Most guys do not bulk properly. Most guys overbulk, which hides their muscles under a big layer of fat. They also don't feel great because they probably aren't eating the best. They're eating junk food to just get calories in. They're probably not consistent at actually hitting the protein goal, but they're still eating large amounts of crap. So what I say is get lean first, then build from there. Get lean, stay lean. And that is words to live by. I do not think bulking excessively is needed. Have I done it in the past? Yes. Would I do it again? Probably not. So these are all the little nuances I coach my guys. Because anyone can tell you how to cut calories, how to eat less food. Don't eat fast, skip a meal. But I want to teach how you can actually build a body that you can hold on to in your routine. So let's deep dive the main topic. How to get a six pack and what's stopping you. So when I was 19, I was training very, very hard, but I still looked soft. Truthfully, for years until I was about 21, I thought I needed more muscle, but I never tracked my food, at all. I was probably eating way more food than I actually thought. Very unhealthy, packets of crisps, just shit throughout the day. Probably developed bad snacking habits, that borderline eating disorder habits. And it wasn't until I actually cut properly for the first time that there was a turning point. I didn't cut properly and track my macros until years later after that. So there was a turning point where I decided I needed to actually take control. And it wasn't just because I wanted to look good. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could actually commit to controlling my nutrition and to controlling the other habits that get you lean. And this is what most guys experience. The effort is definitely there. Most guys train hard. Most guys are food conscious. Most guys do commit a good amount of time, but the precision is just missing. The plan is just missing. So what is actually missing? What are the things that are meaning that you still don't have abs? So the first one is truthfully the biggest one. You're just not lean enough yet. And you're not tracking your nutrition like I did. You're maybe drinking too much at the weekend. You're maybe locked in during the week, training 4 or 5 days a week, maybe even train 6 days a week and train 1 day at the weekend. But then the weekends do damage. You get takeaways, you skip some meals, you go out and drink. That definitely holds you back. So you're not lean enough yet. Your training isn't progressive. You're working out, but you're not improving. That's a big one. Go to the gym, but you feel like you've stalled on the weights and nothing's actually moving up. You're consistent, but not for long enough. I think that no matter how long that you've committed, it's probably not long enough to fix the entire of your life up until that point of inconsistency. Most guys want results after 3 weeks, but that doesn't fix a lifetime of bad decisions. So if your strategy is unstable, you won't keep the results. If you try to max something out max your nutrition out with chicken and rice, max working out 6 times a week, try and add in cardio for 3 weeks, you're going to burn out and you won't get results. You might get results for the first couple of weeks, but it's not sustainable. And that's why you won't keep those results. So, what do you actually need to do to be able to start to see abs, to be able to start getting back on track? What are steps that you can implement? Well, here's 4 steps, right? First off, incredibly valuable is start tracking your food. Know your calories and your protein target and actually hit it. Stick to it. Stick to those macros, those calories every single day. It really is as simple as that, and you can still eat enjoyable food. You don't need to eat chicken and rice. You can find what works. My diet right now, I'm incredibly accurate with my macros, but I love everything I eat. It's incredibly flavorful. I'm looking forward to every single meal, and it works extremely well to fuel my life. The next is train 3 to 4 times a week, not 5 to 6 times. Because we want to focus on intensity and progression, not just showing up to the gym. I used to be the guy that trained 6 or 7 times, but those workouts were so half-arsed because of how fatigued and tired I was. Really, you can get better results from training less if when you show up to those training less sessions, you actually put in the intensity. You actually move forward. It's a big reason why most guys do not progress is because they're training too much and not allowing recovery, as well as not having their nutrition right, meaning the nutrition isn't fueling their workouts. A lot of guys go to the gym and try work out when they've not eaten anything all day, or they've eaten like shit all day. You simply just won't have the fuel to be able to then work out. The next step is cut out alcohol and make sure the weekends aren't just off an autopilot. Make sure that you're not damaging the work that you put in throughout the week. Cut out alcohol for first. Cutting out alcohol is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. And the big reason for that is, 1, you save so many calories, but 2, you cut out a lot of bad habits, you cut out of a lot of inconsistency, because if you're hungover, you're sure as hell not going to work out, or you're not going to work out as well, and that might be 2 days of hangover, and that means 2 days you've written off. And when you're hungover and your appetite's off, you'll probably eat more and then eat less. So simply just cutting out alcohol is such a good habit to do, and you can still hang out with people and not drink. Or truthfully, if your mates are all just people that drink and that's your main source of hanging out, well, you should probably get some new mates. The 33 rule. 33% of the time, hang out with people that are better than you and rise you up, that you want to be more like. 33% of the time, hang out with people on your level, communicate, problem solve, share what you're struggling with, find solutions for each other. Then 33% of the time, hang out with people that you are helping, you're a mentor, and you can give advice to, you can help raise them up. Hanging out with people that just get drunk all the time is not what is going to help you build your life. Build the life that you want, or build the physique that you want. And finally, just commit for the next 90 days. Literally 12 weeks, 3 months. It is not a long time. And it would shock you what you can do when you're actually focused. Most guys aren't in too terrible of a position that 90 days is enough to see a drastic change. 12 weeks is a great amount of time to dial in for, to be absolutely focused, to just full send. Because most guys that already go to the gym, that already have good habits, aren't that far away from where they need to be. They're literally just 90 days away from where they need to be. And if they just fully sent it for 12 weeks, you would be able to get the results that you want to see and build the momentum to keep you moving forward. So, if this episode has had any information that is useful, if you kind of feel that you're stuck and you're done guessing, second guessing yourself, then DM me, built, on Instagram or on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is down below in the caption of this podcast. And I'll send you the exact plan that I use with my clients to go from soft and weak and invisible to absolutely shredded and confident. Or get ready to join my 12-week coaching program, and I can help you through it personally, one-on-one. You do not need to do this alone. So that's a wrap. We've been talking about why you still haven't got abs, the reasons why you've not got abs, and how to actually get them, what your next steps should be. I really appreciate you listening. I would massively appreciate if you hit subscribe or share to someone that is also chasing results, maybe your workout partner, whatever. And as always, keep showing up. Remember, you are built, not born. Become a weapon. Put in the work. Peace.